Welcome back to the Sit Down, ladies and gentlemen. It's your guy, EmEz, and across from me this afternoon is Nino Khayyam in the building.
What's good, y'all?
What brings you to the Sit Down this afternoon, sir?
I just wanted to come connect with you, get a little bit more exposure on your platform, just, let people know what I got going on.
Okay, so what do you got going on? What's the project's name?
The project right now, I just put out a mixtape called A Preseason. I'm trying to go with a sporting theme.
Mm-hmm. Why the sporting theme?
I'm gonna tell you the truth, it's my manager's idea.
Okay.
I didn't really have too much insight on it. I had a couple other things I was trying to do to be more artistic, but he was like, "Yo, just keep it simple." So we just call it preseason and opening day.
Gotcha.
And I'm just putting out, I kind of took the old school route and did a lot of freestyles over beat songs that's out like Cloud and Big Drip.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm trying to put out, my original material. So I got a single right now that's kind of bubbling, and I'm just, hoping to do what it do.
What's the name of the single?
It's called Pray For Me.
Okay. How you feel that's doing right now?
It's doing okay. I'm about at like 80,000 on the streams.
That's dope.
A couple of DJs, played it a few times in the club, like Self, Freedom.
Mm-hmm.
A couple people got behind it at this station, so I'm very thankful for that. So
So how long you been rapping?
Probably I want to say seriously maybe like 2-3 years.
Okay.
Like, before that you were being like ciphers and trying to rhyme around the hood, but to really like get in the studio and put together a song and structure it, I would say like 2 solid years.
And where you from?
I'm from Brooklyn.
Oh, okay. All right. So sit down. Nino Khayyam is in the building. What else we need to know about the project and what you're doing for the project?
Well, I actually have a business partner. His name is Webb. We also got a label called The Takeover, and we putting out a couple other artists. We got Kima Patra. We got another kid, Damo, from Brooklyn. So it's more like we trying to do like a 2020, what they say, 2020 vision, like Rockefeller type of wave. You know what I mean?
Gotcha,
Just trying to, it's like a whole blue wave going on in Brooklyn now. You got the Pop Smokes, Fabio, Chef G. So, we just trying to add to that and just bring a little more musical diversity.
So speak more to the sound of hip hop in Brooklyn right now, because like you said, you did the Pop Smokes, the young EmEz, the Favios, and all that. What do you think the sound of Brooklyn is sounding like these days?
I think Brooklyn has gotten, it's what I like to call trap gritty, because it's like people trying to be melodic, and they are maybe not so focused on lyrical content, but it's more like a vibe and a mood that they create with the melodies. You know what I mean? And I think it's a few artists like myself who I think try to balance that. Like I still try to throw a couple bars in there to say something a little bit more creative or witty or catchy, but still maintain a vibe. Because I think that's the problem, kind of with the, I want to say like the golden age of hip hop and the current wave. It's like the older artists kind of look at these young guys like, yo, they not saying nothing. But you can't, you know what I'm saying? A vibe is a vibe. You can't deny it.
Yeah,
and there's certain records I don't even like, but they a vibe. You know what I mean? You just sit back and like, damn, I like this shit. But it's a vibe. You know what I'm saying? You just vibe to it.
Yo, I'm not going to lie to you. I was just telling my cameraman Fats over there. Ballin', I think it's called. The song we were just listening to. I don't know what he says. He doesn't say anything serious, but the shit is a vibe, yo. And I fuck with it all the way. Shout to Mustard and the crew over there. Now it's to sit down with your guy, EmEz. Nino Khayyam is in the building. Pray For Me is out currently?
Yes.
Is there visuals for it?
Yep. My man right there, True Life Films, one of the dopest directors in New York City, shot it for me. He's like a lighting god. He's like I want to call it like a Renaissance Hype Williams in terms of his lighting and effects. And so he shot the video for me. He does a lot of my visuals.
What's the vibe of the video like?
It's kind of like a club. It's kind of like an underground dance club theme. So, you just got shorties in there dancing. It's like we're in a, it's kind of like a dungeon, I guess.
Okay.
I don't even know what you call it, like a dungeon. But it's kind of like what's that movie with Mekhi Phifer and that Jessica Alba? Was that Step Up to the Streets or some shit like that?
I'm not sure.
It's like that. It's that. You know what I'm saying? Remember that dance movie? It's something like that.
Okay. So you got, what's the name of the project? You said Preseason.
Preseason.
How many songs on Preseason?
I'll say like 15.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
See, that surprises me because, like I said, when you see a lot of the young kids out here now, they give you 5 or 7 tracks for a project.
Well, the EP is only 5. Because I wanted to kind of establish myself that I could rap. Like I wanted to show people that I could rap, but I could also do melodic things. So it's like half and half. So like the first 7 is just me going like straight bar for bar, just trying to body beats, and then the second half is just me like vibing and swagging out over records. So I feel like it took me a while to master both of those. You know what I mean? Because naturally you'll be able to do one thing better than the other. So I had to really sit back and maybe like dissect songs that have younger, older people. Like I might have my little cousins in high school and be like, yo, what you think about this? And be, yo, you saying too much. I don't want to hear all that. Pull out this line, just, You know what I'm saying? If you got a whole sentence, you don't got to say like, you know, I got a big chain, that's why I got big drip. You could just say big drip, and they'll get, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay. And you know, I really try to be a student of hip hop. You know what I mean? Because I love music. So, you know what I'm saying? Even if I'm not making bread off of it, I still just like to make songs and play them for my homies in the hood and in my car. So, you know.
So now you say you take a lot of advice from the younger people around you. But how does the actual music making process happen with you?
Me, I'm going to keep it a stack with you. I go in the studio, and I learned this shit from Missy. She was saying how she records by herself because she just likes to be totally comfortable.
Yo, I also produce Angie Martinez show, and she was saying that she doesn't allow anybody in the studio with her.
Yeah, and I'm going to tell you, I have one engineer that I've been working with from day one. I get a bottle of Fireball cinnamon whiskey.
Why that?
I don't know. That shit just, I don't know. I drank it one day. My uncle put me onto it. And I drank it one day, so I just get super wasted. And me and my engineer just go in the studio, and we just churn out records.
Nice.
Like, I've had opportunities to record with other artists, and I've tried to be in other studio settings, and it's not the same vibe for me. So I'll usually take what I gotta take, and I just go there. And he's like deep Long Island.
No, you're not Summer Walker with it, where you're gonna have anxiety in front of 10,000 people.
Oh, nah. Like I've recorded, but I know like he has a certain way that we just work together in terms of my sound and knowing me and knowing what So I just go in there and we just drink. By the time the whiskey is done, the bottle's done, the song is done. Got you.
It's a sit down. Your guy EmEz, Nino Khayyam is in the building, repping Brooklyn. So what else do we have to look forward to?
I got the EP is probably gonna be a gorgeous. I'm probably gonna call it a gorgeous and tortured moment in time.
Why?
That's just how I feel music is right now. It's a gorgeous moment, but it's also very tortured because, you know, like people are not really understanding the culture the way I think it needs to be understood. You know what I mean? It's like how can I say? It's like I tell people when I meet people, like all of this shit doesn't make me a doper artist. But it's the way you have to present yourself to the game right now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you could be fire, but if you don't present yourself and package yourself a certain way, you're not going to get the time of day from people.
This is true.
So it's like, you know what I'm saying? So I tell people it's dope because, you know, we monetizing the craft. A lot of young brothers is getting ready, is able to change their lives. But it's like you don't have to, like, I guess, I don't want to say subscribe, but you don't have to indulge every stereotype to pop. You could just be fire and you fire. But you know the game don't work like that. It's crazy. The game don't work like that. You gotta like
your Instagram got to be popping. Your YouTube following needs to be a certain way. And then, but I think it's a gift and a curse the way I see it, because like you said, you're your own man, your own entity. You control the narrative to what you want, but at the same time, you're taking a lot of the work away from the labels that have to go and find certain people. Because now labels, it's easy for them to find somebody that has 1.5 million followers. He's a comedian, but hey, if we put some music behind this guy, he could pop. Yeah. So I agree with you with the gift and the curse of what music is now.
And I was gonna ask you, do you think now that people still try to discover artists, or they just try to find what's already happening? Like that's what I feel is a little bit missing. Like, people don't go no more and say like, yo, I think this is the next hot thing, I'm gonna get behind it. It's kind of like when it's there, everyone jumps on it.
I think with that, it's very far in between for people that are looking to break talent. They want talent that's already polished off. So I don't got to do too much work. I could just bring you over to Arista or Republic or Epic, and they would just give me the bag for you. I don't have to work and manipulate and mold you into what I think you could be. I just want to take you and so what work did I really do if I'm that person that's just handing you over to somebody else? You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's the laziness that's coming into the music business now.
But do you think it's lazy? Because I feel maybe it's forcing the artist to work harder. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you was going to work harder regardless because this is what you want.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not really, again, I could be 100% wrong, but in my opinion, I think the artist, true artist is going to work as hard as he possibly can to get where he wants to be. He'll sleep. He'll have sleepless nights. He'll miss out on parties because he knows in his mind the vision where he wants to go with it. So that hard work is always going to come from the artist. A lot of artists need people to work hard for them too.
That's a fact.
So now if I believe in you, Nino, and I'm like, listen, I go back there and tell my boss, listen, he's got to be on the radio. She's going to be like, why? I have to be a fan of yours and believe in you just as much as you believe in yourself for me to be like, no, he's got to be it. And if you don't have people like that behind you, how far could you really go?
No, that's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. That's just from the crazy mind of EmEz.
I want to ask your opinion about this, right? Do you think, because I feel like there's two lanes of artists right now. it's like an artist like a Dave East, who kind of had a slow bubble grind. And he's become like somewhat of a fixture. And then you have like maybe like the young EmEz or the Favios who kind of pop. And which way do you think is I guess better for an artist or gives them more longevity?
The slow grind will always give you more longevity.
Okay.
I love young EmEz. I think if she can consistently put out dope music, she's someone that could hold the banner for New York.
Females.
No, for New York, period.
Okay.
I think she's got enough gravitas that she doesn't matter that she's a female or a dude, that she's got bars and she can hold her own in the industry. But I think because she pops so quick, it may not be as consistent for her. But like a Dave East, he just did an album I only think sold 3,000. People are like, damn, that's crazy. He only sold 3,000. All right, first one was a dub. Doesn't mean the second one won't pop off. He's on TV. He's doing a lot of great things. So his slow grind, in my opinion, would be the best way for artists, I think, to have longevity in the game.
And he's talented. Like
Absolutely.
And he's worked with a lot of people. But you're right, he doesn't sell because like even I saw Young EmEz at a club like 2 weeks ago, and she was kind of bringing out her new material. But everybody went crazy when Ooh came on, and I just wonder how artists sometimes, because I think about that for myself. I was like, damn, how am I gonna feel when I'm trying to grow and I might have doper songs that I think are doper, but everybody just, they was just waiting for Ooh. And when Ooh came, the club went bananas.
Nuts.
But her other stuff, and I was like, yo, that other shit is hard too, but they were just kind of like.
And if you talk to artists, they'll always tell you that their biggest single is the one they hate the most.
That's a
because
fact.
you can never get past it. I'm pretty sure she's tired of, pretty sure she's tired of that shit. But it brings the bag, so she got to do what she got to do. Now, what song do you think you have right now that's going to bring you that bag?
Probably Pray For Me, and it's crazy because I never really liked this song the way everybody else liked it.
Really?
I never liked it. It was just too kind of like, I don't know, like poppy or wishy-washy. I don't know. I liked it as a record. I thought sonically it worked. But it's just, when you have stuff that you listen to on your whip, that's not one
that's
of my
not your favorite.
I listen to.
Yeah.
I listen to like my freestyles and other records, but people was just like, what we doing? We sending out to DJ pools, and they was like, nah, we want this one. Because I had another record I thought was gonna be more fire. And they was like, nah, this is it, because it's more like, and I guess they want a unique sound, because they're like, the sound is unique. You kind of got like the Afro punk beats going on with it. So they was like, this is it for you. And I was like, you think so? And then as I started seeing a reaction, I was like, okay, like, that's why I say sometimes as an artist, you don't even know.
No, you got to, and I tell a lot of artists this too, don't be strung up on what you think is hot. Just put it out. Let them debate whether it's hot or not. Because you could think it's hot forever, and they're like, nah, that's trash. But this one right here, this is it. And if that's what they like, give them what they like. It's supply and demand all day long.
Nah, that's a fact. And it also helps you check your ego.
Oh, absolutely.
I was sitting there like, nah, they wilding that shit whack. And I was just sitting in the club, and when you hear your record in the club for the first time, that shit crazy. Because I'm sitting there watching like kind of people vibe to it.
What club was the club you first heard your song?
First club I heard my record when was Le Souk.
Nice.
And I was sitting there, and I was really like just.
What DJ threw it on?
It was DJ Freedom.
Nice.
He showed me Wild Love, and I was just watching the crowd, and some people kind of like act like they know it, and other people was kind of like, but I was just like, okay, this is like a mini vibe, and then as it started playing other records, more clubs and more DJs got behind it, I was like, okay, this might work, this might do it for me.
Listen, Nino, thank you for coming, man.
Nah,
I appreciate you. We gonna follow the movement. We gonna see what's going on with
Definitely.
you. Let them know how to be a part of everything you're doing.
My Instagram, YouTube, everything is Nino Khayyam, and that's NinoKhayyam. And that's where you can find me. It's only other Khayyam out there is a Muslim guy that does Quranic recitation, so you'll definitely be able to find me. Nino Khayyam.
Thank you for coming, and ladies and gentlemen, it was a sit down. Come and catch the vibe. Welcome to Easy Weekends.
It's Easy Weekends.
Shout out EmEz and tune in to the sit down.